everyone, Stephen William here, and today I'm going to teach you to draw possibly one of my favorite Nintendo characters, King Dedede. Oh, I love this guy. I love him from Smash, and this is part of the Smash 4 Wii U countdown. I'm collaborating with Lemmy Crescent, so please check her channel out, info below, and let's get started. And see, I'm just starting with a simple kind of circle for the head, and notice that it's big belly, and it almost looks like kind of a bowling pin shape. And like I say, with every drawing you want to do, always start with your basic shapes first, because that's going to help you. And even though there's clothing over it, always start with what's your basic shapes. And see, I'm just kind of, cleaning up, and real simple, like I said, almost a bowling pin. Notice how it gets wider towards the bottom, and notice how the head shape is pretty circular. Then you just want to make a line arching upward, and this is going to be the arm. And I highly recommend having a basic understanding of anatomy will help a ton, even when you're doing simple, or not really simple, but cartoon characters like this. It helps a lot with getting those poses down. And I'm amateur in that regard. I don't have a full understanding of anatomy, but I have enough just to get by, like with this. And notice how you're making where the robe thing is kind of curving up, and I love his robe! He's awesome! It's my favorite. And see, I'm just kind of erasing those lines. But see, we're keeping it simple. Having his arm extend up there. And man, I'm so excited for Smash 4 for the Wii U. Oh, can't wait! And then I'm just drawing his foot here. Notice how towards the end, it doesn't come to a complete point as it goes up. It kind of circles out towards the end of the foot. And notice how it's a little bigger than normal. And see how this one's just coming down. And same thing, there's just like a little archward, downward, and then it doesn't really point too much. And sometimes, I like to erase as I'm going along. It just helps clean up the image and everything. But if you haven't yet, please check out Lemmy Crescent's channel. The description is below. This is kind of a special collaboration I'm doing with her, where I'm going to draw Dedede. Tonight I'm drawing him, and then she's going to draw Toon Link next Friday night on her channel. And really, really cool. She's got a really great style, great use of color, so please check her out. And then just make a little line, where that design is on his belly. And see how the ends of the robe things kind of just curve up and down. And then you got to make the other arm in the background that's holding it. And see, every once in a while use like a ruler. And notice there's 2 quarters on it. And that's so it raises off the paper. That way it doesn't smudge the paper and it leaves a little space. And I only really use a ruler if it's doing something like this, like where it's a straight line with the hammer. And I highly do recommend it because, you don't want your lines to look exactly perfect, especially with this type of a drawing, but you do want it to look realistic enough where it doesn't look off or awkward. And for the hand, see how it's almost like a square shape, how he's holding it, and then just you're building the other hand behind there, and see how it's just kind of the robe of the white and the robe just circling around. Kind of like that so far. Then we're going to work on the face. I just put in a simple construction line to kind of mark the middle of it. And the hat, his little hat, I love his hat. It kind of curves up, and it's almost like a diamond shape. It gets circular towards the bottom. And that's why it's so important to stick with basic shapes, because anybody, and that's kind of the idea of the channel, the philosophy of the channel is, anyone can kind of draw a rectangle. They can draw shapes. And it's, by watching the videos, I hope it helps you all a lot to understand just drawing, basically getting better and improving. And see, we have this basic kind of thing. And also play around with the line weight. He's got a big tummy, so you want to exaggerate that line weight, make the line thicker. Then a little upward turn for his doodly dop, his duck mouth. Is he a duck or a penguin? What is he? I'll never know. But see how it's like that, and he's got the little mouth there, and it just curves up and down. And of course his tongue. Don't forget to draw his tongue in. I just love this character. He sucks you into his belly, and he spits you out and kills you. He's still dying day to day. He's so fun. And see the eyes, 2 big eyes there. You want to really exaggerate the eyes. But man, I am so excited right now. He's always been my favorite character. I love using him in Smash with that giant mallet. So I'm just working up the lines a little bit more here and there. And don't be afraid if your lines aren't perfect. Because, I just do a lot of rough lines to get the character in first. Then I kind of go over. And right on the belly, you want to have 2 skinny lines, almost about the same in width, the open space. And see how the triangular shapes go upward? And notice where you start the shapes is very important to make it more aesthetic looking. Like notice how one line kind of comes out of the robe. In other words, you don't want to stop the lines on other lines. I don't know if that makes sense, but you kind of want it to curve. I'm not sure if that makes sense. But there's the mallet, the big clobber mallet. I take a deep breath here. I'm running out of breath. I need air. I need air. But see the mallet, and it kind of curves up. And see how it just kind of curves down. And notice how I'm getting the basic form because I change it where it gets wider towards the middle. But all I'm doing is kind of capturing a basic shape. And especially with the composition of Day to Day here. I'm just making almost like an oval shape for the end. So you got to really think of it in 3 dimensions. See how it's a real simple basic shape now. But yeah, if you can just start, if you can really get the hang of practicing and just try hard and get the hang of just doing shapes, and you'll be shocked how much you'll improve. When you break things down to little shapes and then go back. And don't forget the metal parts on there. There's those 2 little metal things. Then you want to put the star in there. The star is tricky because it's kind of at an angle. And I kept erasing because I was having a little difficulty. But see how there, it's just forming slowly. Who are you all going to use in Smash 4? Who's your favorite character you think you'll use? I think I'm going to use Little Mac a ton. I cannot wait for Little Mac. His punches look fierce. Let me know, everyone, who you all think. What's everyone doing tonight, too, for Friday night? I'm curious, what's everyone up to tonight? It's Friday night, baby! Thanks for tuning into my videos, everyone. I appreciate the support a lot. Then wear the robe. Remember, there's that little white part of the cloth, so I'm just really gently going over. And you erase your lines. See how I erased everything? And look at the difference. When I erase all the lines, I really go back and kind of erase everything the best I can. Because I go over it with the mechanical pencil, you'll see. But see how the mallet gets wider? It expands towards the middle of it. And that's very, very important. You don't want to make sure it's a complete square. Yeah, excuse me. See how it kind of gets skinnier towards the middle. Then the star, it's not really pointed. It's kind of a cute Kirby star. And see how it kind of gets rounded towards the ends? And so try and do a couple of practices before you put it on the character. Because it kind of has a weird slant to it. And I had a lot of trouble. But you can just see here, see how it's kind of going there. And then you'll kind of finish up. But yeah, if you can just get the shapes down, you're good to go with King Day to Day. I love this character. I love the design. And now I'm speeding it up, baby. Super fast. But I'm using a 0.5 mechanical pencil. I highly recommend them. It's a Statler. You can get them on Amazon. And look at the line work it does with this pencil. And it's very important now that I get good line work because I scan the drawings in and then I color it with paint tool size. So please try to get good line work. And please let me know if this helps, especially if you want to know more about digital coloring. I'm still learning a lot. And I'm loving it. But see, kind of like that, I'm just taking my time and really, and then right here I rotate the paper because that's important. Sometimes you need to rotate the paper to get that angle. So I'm just going to leave you all with some nice 8-bit music to remind you of the good old Kirby games. And enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks, everyone. and really amazing. I'm enjoying coloring. If you need any more help with coloring or anything, please message me. Thanks everyone, and enjoy the rest.